Yeah, what up, folks? So we got a Mazda BT50 pickup to diagnose. So let's see if we can get into it. Hey, folks, so let me just take this light off. All right, we got a BT50 Mazda, right? With a 2.2 liter. We got 256,000 kilometers on the dash, right? Customer complaint is that the vehicle, it's sounding really loud. You have a knock. All right, so they took it to another garage and they scanned the vehicle and was told that they have issues with the glow plugs and also a cam sensor issue, right? So I'm gonna put my scan tool on this vehicle and let's see exactly what is going on with this vehicle, right? So let's see if we can get access to it, right? Using my phone right now. Okay, so let's look for Mazda. Okay, so we're gonna open, make sure the Bluetooth is operating, right? Yeah, these vehicles notorious for oil pump failure. What else? Glow plugs, injectors, the fuel pump, not so much, right? Yeah, that's it, really. Transmission issues, right? You normally get with this vehicle, right? This is 2 liter, 2.2 liter, and here it is, right? So it's a diesel common rail, right? This engine is also in the Ford Ranger, right? From, let's say, the 2010 2012 model to like 2015 16, around there, right? So let's do a health report. So we're going to run through this vehicle real quick and see exactly what's going on. So the customer did mention that he had the vehicle for a while and he tried to stay up in his maintenance as much as he can, but he have been falling short of late, right? And also too, while that's scanning, right, the guys in the shop did mention to me that I believe they said the dipstick is cut for some reason. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but you see the dipstick is like bent. It probably broke off for some reason. So it doesn't look like this vehicle was rebuilt or anything like that, so I'm not sure exactly what's good. So let's look in on this phone, all right, and let's do a report. So we got P0671, P0672, 73, 74, right? We gotta open all the glow plugs. So we definitely gotta do our checks, make sure that it's not a fuse problem, it's not a harness problem, right? So that's one thing I want to do, knock that out the cage before we condemn anything. Okay, so next thing I want to look at is this P0341, right? So we got a camshaft position sensor, a circuit range performance. All right, so what does that mean? Does that tell me that we have a camshaft problem, or do we have a fault with the sensor, or we have a fault with the timing, right? But as I said, man, we're gonna gotta do some checks before we do anything. Okay, I'm not sure what is going on here. Oh, right now I'm reading the cluster, so it went off. This is the first time I'm seeing that. Okay, so while I'm checking the cluster, right, it started to like go bonkers and make noise, and it's letting me know that I lost communication with the radio. This is like the 5th one I saw with that issue. Yeah, and it lost communication with the speech recognition module. So for some reason it has something that's going on in the back of this cluster right here, and this radio part that's acting up. This is like the 5th to 6th time I saw this. I've never got down to it and figured out, because either the customer didn't want to go forward with the testing and I need to do some more homework on it, right? Also, I had one came in, he had issues with the AC, where sometimes blow hot and blow cold, something like that, man. I never got around to solving that for him either, because I didn't have time. I was going on vacation, right? But I'm not going to clear these DTC. I want to leave it on. We definitely got some issue on the BCM, fuel pump, power supply, and we got some lights issues. Okay, so with that being said, we're just going to do some checks for the glow plug. I'm not sure which one it is, okay, but I gotta look up the manual and see exactly which one it is, what fuse it is for the glow plug. Right, most likely it will be a high amperage fuse, probably like a 60 or something like that. And if that's not good, you definitely have a open in the circuit, or we could have faulty glow plugs, right? Do I have my test light? Can I get access to the glow plugs? The glow plugs is buried close to the intake, which sucks because it's somewhere along this train right here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is look for the fuse, right? And we're gonna do some checks right there. So that means I'm getting power to the glow plugs, and we could do some checks at the glow plugs to see exactly if the glow plugs are getting power. Then that will also condemn the glow plug. So I got the test light hooked onto battery negative. I got my test light touching glow plug number 1. Make sure that it's not touching anything metal because you will blow that fuse. Okay, so I'm gonna just turn the key on for a split second. You're gonna see that light come on the test light and come right off. So let's turn the key on now. You see it? You see I'm getting power and then switch off. Let's try it again. So I'm gonna set you up right here. Okay, so you pay attention to that glow plug while I turn the ignition on. For a split second, you'll see the light come on and then it will shut off, right? Okay, so there you see the glow plug is getting the command when I turn the key. So that let me know that the circuit is intact from the IPDM box, which is the fuse box, straight to the glow plug. Okay, so we got a faulty glow plugs. The customer is going to replace those glow plugs. Alright, so let's do some more checks, okay, before we condemn anything on this vehicle, right? As I said, the previous shop diagnosed it. I'm not saying that they're not sharp in what they're doing, but I need to do my checks before I condemn anything. So the next thing I'm going to do is find that cam sensor, and I'm going to I'm going to scope it and see exactly what's going on with that signal. Okay, so I got the scope hooked on to the crank and cam, and also I got it hooked onto cylinder number 1 injector, right, my amp clamp. So let's start the vehicle up and see exactly what's going on with this cam signal. Okay, so let's see exactly what's going on here. Okay, so we got some signals here off the cam and crank, right, and also injector. So let's zoom in right here and see if we see anything that's standing out, that's looking abnormal. Right, let's take this little bit here. For some unknown reason, I'm getting an issue where I'm seeing it. Is that noise? I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. What is this? This looks like a map channel. Why am I getting this? I gotta check my ground. Could be my ground. Yes, my ground was off. That's why. So let's put back on my ground. That was the problem. My ground was off. So let's redo this test. Right. So let's come out of here. Yeah, that happens when you trying to do a lot at one time. So let's start it up again. Better. Okay, let's just get a few capture and then we're gonna pause it. Okay, so let's switch it off. I don't want to get it too hot because I gotta do some work on it, right? So let's see exactly what's going on here. So we got the red traces the crank, the green traces the cam, and we got this yellow trace. I'll just put the injector there. Let's bring this up here. Let's bring this like this. Matter of fact, let's look on the view. Okay, so that's all the range. Right. So let's just take this. Right. Okay, so I'm seeing my crank and my cam signal. Alright, so this is the crank. Right, so let's look on the cam. So I just want to verify, make sure that the cam signal is there and it's not dropping out, you know, because you won't like to, you know, throw a part at this vehicle and it's not, you know, that part, but just this, you know. Okay, so is this enough to call timing? I may have to do a check for a known good and see if my timing is off or something like that. I said, let me just talk to the customer and let them know that the cam signal is there, right? But does that mean that it's out of time? It could be out of time. I mean, it's high mileage, so the train probably have a, you know, off by a tooth or something like that. So let's save this waveform and then we would compare it to the known good, or, you know, something else that if we decide to go after the timing chain. Alright, so we're going to take a moment to analyze the waveform. The green capture is from the crank sensor, the red is from the cam sensor, right? And this is from the faulty vehicle. So I'm going to compare it to a known good engine, which is the same setup, right? But it's letting me know that I'm 17 to 18 degrees off, right? So that's letting me know that the timing chain is definitely stretched. So let's get to it and talk to the customer.
2 hours later.
Okay, so after speaking to the customer, he decided he would like to change the timing chain, right? So he bought the belt to replace. What is this here? This is the tensioner. He also said he'd like to be replaced. He went out and got these things, right? He bought a timing chain kit. Timing kit complete, but I did let him know that I would rather that he purchase the original timing chain, because these aftermarket chain, I don't trust them. Okay, he also purchased the cover, right, which is good because the cover tends to bend when you when you're removing the cover. Okay, so let me show you the timing chain. He went in the firm and got the original timing chain. So that's the aftermarket one there. This is the original timing chain that he purchased. Alright, that's the part number. He also purchased the front crankshaft seal, which is good, original. So yeah, so we're gonna take it apart and show you how it looks, show you if the timing was really off, right, compared to the good chain that we installed compared to the bad one. We was able to remove the cover, right? Right now I'm in the process of lining up all my timing tools, right? I locked the crank, I'm gonna lock the cam. The cam is definitely off, right? You see that I'm having all this excess play right here, right on the chain. All right, so that definitely, you know, 100% show that the cam sensor was flagging because it had issue, right? And my arrows is up. I gotta fix these, and right now I'm not able to get this one in. Okay, so once I put everything back together, I'm gonna redo my test, check my crank and my camshaft signal again, and yeah, I mean, that's what's up. So I was able to check the cam and crank, verify my timing, and also see that, you know, the sensor is working like it's supposed to, but just we had a timing chain issue.
1 hour later.
So I got my new sprockets in, new change, new guides, new tensioner. I also removed the timing tool from the flywheel. Right, I got some fresh silicone on this cover. I'm definitely replacing this cover because it tend to, you know, get distorted when you're taking it out, when you pry on it. I got a new gasket in, you dig? Got some fresh silicone right here. That's that good stuff. Okay, so we're gonna put everything back together, and you saw my timer is on, the arrow's up. Okay, I got my timing mark on the pump right here inside, right? So I'm gonna seal everything up, get this vehicle up and running, and deliver it to the customer. So let's get it done.
6 hours later.
Alright guys, so this is day 2 working on this BT50. Alright, so I'm going to ensure that we prime the filter, the fuel filter, we got coolant, right? Everything is connected up, right? Make sure the crank sensor is where it's supposed to be, right? And let me reset the values on the using the scan tool and clear the code, and let's start this vehicle up, right? Okay, so I got some pins pulled up. Okay, so we're gonna make sure we got all the coolant in this bottle. I kind of overfill it, but that's small thing, man. Right? Just making sure we got no leaks. I had the vehicle running for a little while, right? Right, so let's start it up again and let's see what's good. Okay. Alright, start real good, nice and easy. Alright, but yeah, I also noticed that we have an issue with these injectors, right? I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. When you step on the X, you're seeing a lot of black smoke, huh? So that's letting me know that these injectors are filthy. Yeah, and you definitely hear like a fuel knock or something like that. So yeah, what are you gonna do? So it starts right up easy, you know, look at it. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. So that's letting me know that the timing is on point and everything is done correctly, right? Alright, so let's take this for a spin. See how it moves, how it operates, right? Alright, you see that accelerating. Okay, so let's return this to the customer. As I said, he has some other things to do on it, like the glow plugs and he have an oil leak also. But yeah, my job is complete. You see I'm driving the vehicle, right? We don't have no check engine light on. You see this ain't shift. Oh, wait, this is shift again. It's a manual transmission. Right, so yeah, we're gonna call that a fix. I believe we got rid of that P0341 code. Right, then yeah, that's it, right? So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, that bell notification, leave your comments down in the box. I really appreciate all the support. Until next time, y'all take it easy.